Well, hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Brett.
My name's Gemma.
I'm from America.
I'm from England.
And this is How Great is Britain? Well, it's good to be back.
I almost forgot how to drink then. I was like, I thought you were looking at me to say something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ooh, drinking. How are you?
It's so good to be back.
Yeah.
We're all caught up from the past few weeks, and we're excited to move forward and just talk about what's going on. And so we're happy that you're here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Make sure that you got your mug of hot stuff.
Let's get the admin out of the way. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I remembered, ring that bell. Ring the bell.
The bell. Ring that bell.
I just remembered it today.
Yeah.
It really helps us. I know we sound so official when we say that, but it does. We're realizing it really does.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Everybody says it, but it is true. And if you're here watching and you haven't subscribed, we're very happy that you're here. But yeah, do us a favor and you don't want to miss out on all of this sweet content. Finding out how great things are in Britain. You know what I was thinking today? That
I wanted to say, ooh, did it hurt?
But I was thinking about slang and how we have different words for money. And how I don't think it's ever going to, and I'll check myself in the future on this, but right now it doesn't feel like it's ever going to feel natural for me to say the word pounds.
What about quid?
Well, see, but that's what I was thinking, because I was like, I could say quid, but that feels somehow worse.
Like
It's too familiar. It's like it's
like Britain's going, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there. Yeah, it's too familiar. My relationship with
You're on a spousal visa, okay?
Yeah.
You're not in the quid zone
yet.
Yeah,
you're not at the yeah, no quid games here. It's a formal pound note, and even that, because I was thinking going the other way.
Like if I said buck all of a sudden.
If you started saying buck, it would just kind of be like.
And I'm a citizen.
Yeah.
I'm a dual citizen, baby,
but
and I'm not allowed to say buck.
You're allowed to, but the accent would I think it's just.
But what accent would I use? Do I use the one where I went to drama school and they tried to get rid of the Northern girl? Or would I be saying, give me a couple of books?
Books, yeah.
Books,
Yeah, I'd drive you to the library if you said that. But
how do you spell buck? Give me a buck.
B-U-C-K.
It is that.
Like the animal, yeah.
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 Oh.
Yeah. But the point is, you make us feel like a million quid.
$1 million bucks.
Yeah, don't like
it. We might do that again. Oh, look, all these people are unsubscribing. Wrong.
But well, if you read the title on the thumbnail, then you already know sort of what we're talking about. We're actually kind of excited to be diving into this, because we've been here for a couple of weeks now, and we
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Months.
Well, there are weeks within that.
Yeah. Now, here's very specific. I remember my grandparents being very specific about this.
I know what you're going to say.
And maybe this is a British thing. You let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
But my grandfather was like, a couple is two.
I know. I've never subscribed to that.
You haven't?
No.
Is that a Brett won't subscribe, or
it's not an American thing? It's a Brett thing, because I was told that in America too. Couple means two, but to me,
you're outrageous.
I go against grain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's when you said we've been here for a couple of weeks. I'm like, we've been here longer than 2 weeks.
Right.
Don't lie to the people.
No, but to me, a couple, it's a handful. I got a couple of them.
That's a few. It's like my grandparents used to say, oh, with your tea, oh, I'll have a bit of milk. Oh, it's not a bit. It's a drop. Very specific.
Yeah.
Couple is not a few, Brett. No.
It's,
as Quinny would say, no. Our daughter, she's 1, and she learned how to say no, because we joke with her.
All right. No. Okay, so we've been here a couple of months.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he's carrying me on here. We've tried to narrow it down. This is not all we've noticed.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, as we're driving and stuff, it's just like we're constantly having
We're
these
like,
conversations
whoa,
of like,
oh.
wow.
And sometimes Brett will be looking at something, because I'm doing a lot of the driving at the moment. You'll be on your phone or something, organizing like the maps or something. I'll be like, Brett, look, I don't want you to miss it. Because there's just so much to see.
Yeah.
So much to notice. And I think distance makes the heart grow fonder. Who said that?
Jesus?
Did he? I was going to say Shakespeare. Oh, God.
I think so.
Let us know in the comments.
I think absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absence makes the heart grow. Because I feel like I've come back to the UK and I'm just looking at everything through fresh eyes. It is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I was going to ask you.
It's familiar, but not.
Yeah. But I did want to ask, because you have been sort of away, and while most people think like, oh, you're coming back home, and so everything must be the same, you've been gone for over half your life. And so not only are you walking into an England that is sort of functionally different and probably visually different, but we're also in a part of the country that you
never lived in.
You've never lived in. And so
we hadn't visited, really.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, it reminded me, do you remember when we were on the bus in Bristol? And it was during Freshers Week, which Brett got to learn about. And we got chatting to those students during their first week, and we were, chatting away. And eventually it dawned on us how old they were. And I was like, wait a minute, are you? And they told us how. I was like, oh my gosh, they've been alive almost as long as I was gone.
Yeah.
That's mental.
I know.
Like, I was on the bus with these students that when I last lived in England, it was about 2 or 3 years before they were even born.
Right.
Their parents may not have even met.
Right. Yeah.
It's wild.
So all of these they're first for you as well.
Yes, to get to the point. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very waffly today.
That's okay. But I guess so. First impression, is if I could talk about my first impression of England, I think it would be something like this. Hello, my name is England. Pleased to meet you.
Okay, I'm there. Got it. It's your impression.
Hello, my name is England. Nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, his visa's going to get revoked so quick.
Don't send me back.
Oh my goodness.
First impression number 1. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Everywhere we've been.
We think that we're living in a storybook.
Yeah.
We'll be driving and we're like, it is stunning.
Yeah.
And, people have told us, and we are very aware now, we are living in a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah.
But I know some of you were wondering, Cheshire is where I grew up, and also beautiful. So then I'm starting to think, I think just England is beautiful.
Right.
The UK is beautiful.
And
Great Britain is beautiful.
I can hear some people getting their keyboards out so they can say in the comments that, we're wrong. But this is very specifically.
Why would they say we're wrong?
That not all of England is beautiful. But I think the parts, what we've experienced so far has just been.
I mean, you're going to drive around a corner and it's like, ooh, needs a bit of work.
Yeah, we're realistic about it.
We have that in our house, though.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We have that in ourselves.
Oh.
Parts of us needs a bit of work.
But overall, I would say just we can't. It's just really, really stunning.
It's stunning, and I remember my grandma saying how, because of all the rain, it just makes it so green, even all the way up to the coast. We just got back from Cornwall, and boy, does that green just green.
Yeah.
It is. We've been driving once and I've just had to pull over and take a picture. Now we'll pop it in there. It's just, and I don't even think the picture does it justice.
No, I've said a couple times that it's not like we'll get the phone out to do it, and I'm like, it doesn't look.
It's not the
like
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just stunning.
And I've only said that 2 times. I mean, couple, literally there.
Do they?
Yeah.
He's learning. They're like, maybe we'll let him stay.
But something that I have sort of noticed, another impression, I suppose, that goes along with that, though, is how, and I love this, coming from where I grew up, how environmentally conscious every sort of the system seems to be.
Yeah.
In terms of recycling,
reusable bags,
which are so easy to forget.
Yeah, I made a little short because I was walking back to the car to collect my reusable bags because there have been plenty of times where I've bought more reusable bags.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Does it count if you keep buying reusable bags? That's my question.
Yeah, at a certain point, I don't think you're saving the environment anymore. You're just
Because the bags are
hoarding
bigger.
bags. Yeah.
The bigger and the posher.
Yeah.
So they're using more material. I'm like, oh, I need to get better at that.
But it's like a little game too, where you just, even the McDonald's has like 3 bins for like recycling.
And they use paper straws.
Paper straws, everything just, everything has its place. If you read the package of whatever it is that you're throwing away, usually it'll say either recycle or don't recycle it home, don't recycle curbside, take it to your,
And we've been to the recycling center
we have
a few times.
And it is like, back in Florida, it was like trash, cardboard, scrap metal, and like chemicals. Very general sort of topics, and it was like big, and you just kind of, here it's
very specific.
Cardboard, it's mattresses, it's old paint, it's yard waste. Like, they're like, you name something and it's probably got its own separate area. It's incredible. And I think, it's just, but having that sort of like awareness and consciousness of sort of like our impact and what we can do. Like,
I remember growing up and being like, being told to switch the light off. It's not Blackpool illuminations. I don't think we ever thought like that when we lived in Florida. And we had constant AC too, right? So I don't think we were that aware. Oh my goodness. I think because the whole of the community is environmentally conscious, I think it makes you become super conscious.
Right. You don't want to be the only one.
No, we're switching lights off. I don't want our neighbours to see it thinking that we're just Blackpool illuminations up in here.
Yeah.
We're like switching lights off when we leave room. I think it affects you, and we don't want to be wasteful.
Yeah.
Like, is that the Best Buy date? Is that a real date? Like, I'm way more flexible with that date now. You don't want to waste anything.
No. And then you don't want to be seen throwing the plastic package in the wrong colored bin, because
it's so funny because our recycling bin was green in Florida,
right,
and the regular waste is green here. So there has been a few times where we've had to transfer.
It's a bit confusing.
So we think it's brilliant.
It's beautiful, and it
is beautiful. You can say it.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Our number 2 first impression.
A number couple
first impression is just the amount of space that there is.
I know, it's astounding when you're driving on these country roads and it just goes and goes and goes.
Yeah.
But it has left us confused.
Yeah, there's a bit of a juxtaposition with then the size of
everything else.
And I think until we experienced it firsthand, I didn't realize sort of like what that felt like.
And we should have probably Googled before doing this, but we like to try and just, open it up to you. Is there a reason that there's so much space and then tiny homes?
Yeah.
Because America is like, we've got so much space, let's just, all the houses are big.
Yeah. I mean, my assumption is
all the furniture's big, the cups are big.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because we don't have the preservation, I think, that's here.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad they're not building everywhere.
America has no problem just like razing something to the ground and building on top of it and, making it bigger and better. Whereas here, like, I assume it's conservation. It's trying to keep the historical. And so it keeps the building small. But I also seem to remember that I read on, I think, one of the girls' children's menus that England is like 70% farmland.
Oh.
And so I think a lot of it is just farms.
Right.
Which we know because we'll be driving down the road and we'll often...
Who is it?
Point out... we'll be often be pointing out the cows and the sheep and, and making the appropriate sounds. But yeah, it's just, it is funny when you think of England sort of in the abstract as somebody who's not from here, you do think of it as like small.
Yeah.
And I've always sort of said, well, it's an island. They have to be small because everybody's sort of shoulder to shoulder. But then when you actually like get outside and drive around, there's so much space.
A friend of ours said regarding beauty in the US, like the views, is that views aren't owned by individuals, but access to them are. And I was like, huh. If you go to coastal places in the US, there's a lot of hotels or beautiful homes, and it kind of blocks the view from public access. Whereas in the UK, it feels like everybody has access to those beautiful views.
Yeah.
Because we went to Land's End, which I know we're going to be doing a video on, but we went to Land's End, and wow.
Yeah, you walk right up to it.
Let's take a walk.
Yeah.
I think we paid for the car park, but you can take a walk.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Bring the dogs.
The access and the right to roam thing.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
No, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, there really is. There's just so much more access to things, and you can really sort of explore the space as well. It's really opened us up. And I do want to say, like, I know it sort of naturally sounds like we're sort of comparing, and in no way do we intend to sort of say like this is better than that, or it's sort of like, but
just noticing.
It's just noticing things. And I think
it is better to give everybody the access to the beautiful views, though. I will agree with that.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
There are some things that were like, oh, this is better, and and some things are like, oh, preference. But yeah, I think it's nice having access to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. So, first impression, the third, the sense of just the social safety net and just the social aspect of it. It's just been quite striking, and I know we've talked about it in a few videos.
Striking, yeah.
But it's just one of those things that you just sort of notice. Like, there's just such a communal sort of feeling.
It's very comforting.
Yeah.
I think we were here maybe a month or so, because we've only been here 2 months, and maybe halfway through this time we've been here, and we realized we weren't carrying stress that we had just been holding on to in the US because of that social safety net. It's like quite astounding how that makes you just, we've obviously replaced it with a lot of other stress with the big move, but isn't that life, just switching out stress for other stress? But yeah, that social safety net is just, oh wow, we're lucky.
Yeah, and things,
I feel lucky.
It feels like it's built to encourage that, the getting together of things, whether it's pubs or it's cafes or it's bars or restaurants. It just feels like it's encouraged to just come in and sit down,
to be a community,
and
to look after one's neighbor.
Right. Yeah.
Because our neighbors are lovely and they have embraced us, both sides, and it's lovely. I mean, today we're just hanging. We're not used to this. Nobody really knocks on your door in Florida without you knowing. Like, someone gives you a heads up they're coming. We heard a knock on the door.
Yeah.
And this lady.
Pouring rain outside.
Pouring rain.
Pouring rain.
Pouring rain. I've got this beautiful bread from this bakery in Bath. Would you like some bread? Your next door neighbours thought you might.
Yeah.
What? She gave us beautiful olive ciabatta bread.
Yeah.
And barm cakes. Mm-hmm. Is that a northern thing? Rolls. I think they were called rolls.
Yeah, they look like
barm cakes. We got some barm cakes from this lovely lady standing in the rain.
There were a couple of books. But it was, here she is, like, just pouring down on her.
I didn't just throw the bread and run.
No, she explained where it came from. She told us the history, how it closes early because they sell out, and it was just so lovely.
We don't have any family in the area. So your comments, this lady, it's just so heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
But you see that you see it a lot.
Yeah.
People just chat. The other day we went into a restaurant that we had been in once before, and the woman who was sort of manning the area, because we were in the children's area, welcomed us back, and it was just one of those, like, and it was just,
Oh yeah, that's true, because we were talking about that, because we'd lived in Florida for 14 years, mm-hmm. and you still could kind of move in the shadows, but you could go to a place repeatedly without really being welcomed back or something.
You could be a bit anonymous.
And whereas here, I mean, you go somewhere one time and you come. I mean, I guess we stick out a bit like a sore thumb because I'm walking around with this guy, you know.
Yeah, that's true. My accent does give me away, but it's still it's just it was a noticeable sort of like difference when she was like, "Oh, you're back," and I was like, "Oh, I get you. I can't believe that you remembered us," you know. But it's just like
It's
such,
just lovely. I'm
yeah,
just going to keep saying it's lovely.
yeah. It's nice. It's nice to be noticed.
It is.
It's really nice to be
It's
noticed.
nice to be known. It's like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. I feel like we're living in Cheers now,
Hmm. Without
right?
the whole Boston part.
No, we're authentically living in Cheers, the land of Cheers.
Well, that's true.
Hey, it is the land of Cheers.
Okay.
Hey, cheers to
Cheers.
that.
Like and subscribe.
But it's lovely.
There's just so many places that sort of encourage that gathering and coming together,
Mm-hmm.
but then so many more that like you don't feel the pressure to like spend that money either.
No, it's so funny. And again, each to their own. Not a preference here, just an observation. An advert popped up for the US, and obviously everyone's gearing up for the holiday season, and they were showing holiday lights, and they were. I was astounded at how much there was, and then I'm remembering there was all of this pressure um, to buy a bit. Like I'm like thinking back to that now, and I don't feel that the same here.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know if that's just because we're on a budget or if it's because it is the community or they're just, you just don't want to wait. I remember my grandfather, he had a cellar that was just full of stuff and he never wanted to get rid of it just in case he needed it. And I'm wondering if, like, yeah, that's just the culture. You just don't want to just buy something new if you already have it.
Right.
You just reuse
And I do
something.
think that there are opportunities to obviously spend a lot of money on
Yeah.
things, but it does feel like the basics are sort of accounted for and met in a way where it's like, it kind of feels like when you go to the grocery store and it's like, well, everybody needs bread, everybody needs milk, and so we're not gonna, it's not gonna be like these exorbitant prices. It's just gonna be like, you need bread, you pay.
Well, yeah, we buy bread for about 75p here, and we were paying about, what, $4 a
Yeah,
loaf,
yeah,
$5 a loaf?
yeah.
And that's just us.
So speaking of advertising, that's a very
Mm.
good segue into First Impression the Fourth, which is the representation and inclusion that we've noticed in the media here.
Yeah.
TV shows, advertising. It's just, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's done in the best way.
It is. It's just, I don't know how else to like talk about that except just to be like, it's so heartwarming.
Yeah.
And obviously we're watching children's television here, CBeebies. And for children especially, I think it's wonderful that they're introduced to people who have differences to perhaps them or what they have, just because that's life.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing that they start just introducing how you can be different to somebody without it being the topic of conversation.
Right.
It's like differences without commentary. And so there's been no commentary from Pippa at all.
No,
none at all.
She says, she enjoys the programs and
Yeah.
but
But it's a representation of real life.
Exactly.
It's amazing. And it goes back to that, first impression number 3 of that community feel. It's just making you aware that you're part of a community and all of the differences make up that community.
Right.
And that's what makes it so special. And it starts just, through what we're led through, really, is the media.
Yeah.
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 And, the US is inclusive in its own way. I think what we've noticed is that the UK have decided to teach about inclusivity in their own way. And I just see different ways to do it. And I think it's just been really eye-opening that there isn't one way to be inclusive. Isn't that the whole foundation? Is that there isn't one way?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's really cool to see how the US tackles that and the UK does it too, but in their own way. Everyone's doing it their own way.
You are beautiful in every single way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just think everything's beautiful.
It's a feel-good video. First impression number 5. And this one I'm going to leave to you.
Okay.
Because this was yours.
Okay.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Now, what does that mean?
I don't know why I had forgotten this trait. Maybe I have this trait. I don't know. But Brits will say something so beautifully polite, but oof, you feel the frost. Don't you feel like?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I think I've had it on the phone with a customer service rep where they'll say so. I think I mentioned something in the last video as well where it was a bit, I misunderstood the phone voice thing, because there's a phone voice where I remember my grandma used to pick up the phone. She'd be like, hello, yes, how are you today? And I'm like, where did that voice come from? And I thought you meant this thing that I'm about to talk about now,
Right.
which is where, I don't know how to describe it, where it's clippy and it's said in a really nice way, but you're getting the point that they're saying. Okay, and you feel a little like chastised, but it's everywhere.
Right. But it's not the tone is not necessarily rude or sarcastic, but the meaning and the intention is
brutal.
Yeah, I better not respond to this. I'm just going to walk away slowly.
And I've lived in America for over 20 years where they'll just be so direct. So if they're mad or whatever, no, they'll just tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I don't think Brits are so direct, but they do tell you. Customer service example. We were supposed to have something within 3 days. They said, you're going to have this by Saturday. Mm-hmm. So Saturday came and went. It's now Monday. So I called and I said, oh, hi. I said, terribly sorry. I said, we were told we would have this service by Saturday and we haven't received it. It's Monday. And they said, oh, yes, but you'll have it by Thursday. And I said, oh, I understand, but we were expecting it Saturday. Well, you've only got 3 days to wait.
Yeah.
And I went, but I've already waited 5 days.
Right.
So it was that.
I did experience that when
you're remembering now?
we were looking for the car.
Yeah.
And they just kept delaying it. And I think, the most noticeable difference was that in the delays, if it had happened in America, there would be at least some attempt at like an apology to be like, oh, the car's not ready yet. I know I told you Monday. I'm sorry. Without the sorry part, it was just sort of like, it's ready Thursday. I don't know what else to tell you. And it just sort of leaves you in that position where you're like, oh, okay.
Well, it's only 3 days to wait, Brett.
Right. It feels like it's like,
what's your problem?
What is your problem?
Because I remember calling. We had rented a car and it was not really in great condition, but we didn't know any better. So when we returned it, I had to explain all these problems. And the rep said, oh, you should probably call them and let them know, because that's not a good experience. We would never have sent this car out because we took it back somewhere different than where we picked it up. So I called customer care and I was chatting away to them and I was saying, oh, so this happened. And they're like, okay, so what can we do for you? I said, well, I was calling because I was told to call customer care. And they were like, this is customer service. And I was like, and there we are. They don't care.
No. Yeah, because even in America, there's a cursory, like, unfortunately, there's nothing that I can do for you.
Right.
And that, unfortunately, is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But that...
Oh, in America, and I've worked in the service industry as well, like, bend over backwards. I would work in a restaurant, and if something was wrong and somebody complained, they would just comp your whole ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas here, I feel like they'd be like...
They go, and?
Yeah, and? But in the nicest way possible. Because like that person on the phone was like, what is this something? Is this something I can do for you? What? Haven't I called customer care? This is customer service. No. Oh, and there we are. Didn't say, a rude tone. Didn't necessarily say anything rude, but boy, did I get the intent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's happened a few times.
Yeah. But you got to respect it. There's something about it. You do. You got to respect it.
You do have this level of confidence because it's very authentic and real. Whereas I feel like sometimes, like in America, people complain, you get what you need out of the company. The person is just like, and hangs up. Whereas here you're like, okay, I guess I'm waiting for Thursday for this service I was told I would receive within 3 days. Oh, I guess there's no point. I've rented the car. There's nothing. Like, you just get over it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's working.
it's yeah. They don't care, but they'll service you.
So many first impressions, and I know we're going to be wrapping up. And I think it is also this. Look at this segue, leading to a simpler life. Because I wanted to say it like that because we get a few people telling us to check out a specific YouTube channel, Simple Scottish Living.
Yeah.
And we have.
Yes, we have.
Yes. When we first decided that we were like, oh, we want to move and we want to document our move, I'm like, has anyone done this? And we came across their channel and they seem so lovely that we recommend, if you're into these kind of topics and you've not checked them out, or you have, you're probably agreeing with us that they're so lovely, but also go check them out.
Yeah. If you
They have no idea we're talking about them, but you know.
No, we are on a first name basis, but that's because they say their names in the video. So hey, Zach and Annie. So if you've not checked out Simple Scottish Living, go watch it after this because it's just it's we definitely recommend it,
and we're rooting for them.
Yep. So I think that's look. I'm loopy. I know this was decaf. Oh dear. If I had a dirty mug this whole time.
Probably.
Oh man.
Oh, revoking the visa.
That's not making a good
saying
first
quid.
impression.
No, not a good first impression. Saying quid and a dirty tea mug.
Oh.
Is mine dirty?
What am I doing?
Of course not.
What am I doing?
Can't take him anywhere. Well, thank you for watching. We really appreciate you watching. We've got some fun things planned for a certain holiday season. Getting very excited.
December's coming.
Getting very goofy. So we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye, everyone.